Sagittarius, this is your forecast for the month of March 2018. This is a general reading for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising, or Sagittarius Moon. For a more rounded overview, please watch your rising and moon sign as well. Now, the second week you have the Ace of Swords. So if you were holding yourself back, this could be a week where you assert yourself. In some cases, maybe you're holding back your anger, or somebody's withholding the truth, or you're blinding yourself to the truth. This is a week that centers on agreements. And so, you may be forming some kind of agreement. Maybe you're involved in a legal situation. And perhaps confinement is a possibility that's tied to this judgment. For others of you, if you couldn't come up with any ideas last week, this is a week where you may be more creative. You may be gaining some clarity. You may come up with a great solution to something. A lot of thoughts and ideas are coming to you. You're maybe even getting some divine inspiration. So you have a lot of mental force at your disposal. And if last week you were holding yourself back, this is a week where you decide to apply yourself. You're taking your authority. You have a new sense of determination about something. And it may call for you to use the power of your intellect or being very forceful. You may be trying to get your freedom. If you were, confined or locked up, this could be a week where you're going after your freedom somehow. And some of you are going to deal with legal administrators or authoritative people or dominating persons. This could be somebody that's struggling for a cause. Now, for some of you, there's a medical situation. You're having to deal with a surgeon or a medical specialist, somebody who uses an instrument of some sort, a sharp instrument. For others of you, this is about having a sharp tongue. Somebody is sarcastic or, they're exploiting something. Could be that somebody is a victim. Now, you could be on either end of that. If you were last week, you couldn't come up with ideas. Unfortunately, this could be a carryover where the logic is twisted. Maybe there's a decision that goes against you, or you're just caught up in your head, you're overthinking a problem. Could be somebody withdrew some kind of offer. Others of you, you may be closing yourself off. Somebody could be very threatening. They could be using excessive force or abusing their power. There could be something destructive taking place. Somebody's not thinking about the feelings of other people. They may just be spouting words out and saying whatever. For some of you, there's a misuse of your mind and your intellect. So this is a week where you're either winning or losing more than you expected to. And in some cases, this could be financial. But you are definitely entering a new cycle because this is an ace. So you're having a rebirth of some sort with regard to communication, your thinking, how you relate, your own sense of self-awareness. And hopefully you're gaining some personal empowerment. You may be pushing your ideas, or somebody may be trying to push their ideas on you. Now, it could be that you're connecting with other people and you're learning something. Maybe, again, this extra news, or you're in a situation where you have to learn something. Could be there's some stimulating conversation, some ideas are being introduced, some new concepts. So this is a week where you get to make some changes again in the way you communicate, the way you relate, and for the better. You or another person is looking at partnership in a new and different way. Now, you may be holding yourself back. In some cases, you're stuck because you and the other person is not moving forward. You're waiting for that other person to make the choice, to make the decision, to make the first move. But you have the opportunity to gain some clarity. You already know what's wrong. You know what is not working with regard to your social situation or an intellectual issue or your romantic life. And so for some of you, there's a breakdown in communication. Somebody is withholding speech. Maybe that's their mode of punishment. Or somebody's especially, sarcastic or sharp in their speaking. There are some relationship dynamics taking place between you and another person where it's the concept of winning. I can't win unless you lose. Or again, overanalyzing something where you end up buckling under the stress. So you could be dealing with anxiety or feeling like you're stagnating mentally, or, maybe it's the pressure that you're dealing with. But there's some truth that you are going to have to face this week. And, in some cases, you've got to step outside of that box and take that first step to clear the air, to put some things out in the open, to let others know what your stance is. Some of you are dealing with situations where there's something going on that distorts communication or thinking. There's some type of emotional misrepresentation, or somebody is misinterpreting something, or there's some miscommunication. But if you're forceful, you can get to discover where you stand with a situation with regard to how somebody sees you, what they think of you, their estimation of you. And that knowledge gives you the opportunity to deal with the future and move on. So you are thinking about some things. You're taking stock. Perhaps you're taking stock of how you've been holding yourself back from getting assistance or cooperating or trying to figure something out. You're weighing your options right now. And in some cases, you're connecting to somebody who can help you sort something out. You may find that two heads are better than one. If you can't think, it may be important to connect to somebody who has some advice or some ideas or who can offer you some suggestions. In other cases, you're closing yourself off because you simply need this time out. It's important for you. Hey, before you go, don't forget to visit my website blog for the daily tarot card of the day.